You open your laptop, another headline, AI replaces thousands of jobs. Another course ad, learn this or get left behind. You want to make a smart move, but every direction feels risky. What if the problem isn't your options? It's the way you're making decisions. That's exactly what we're fixing today. Hello, and welcome to Book Takeaways for Professional Growth. I am Marcus. This podcast is for professionals around the world who want to grow their careers and improve their decision-making skills. Today, we start something new. Over the next 6 episodes, we are going to explore one book together, Decisive, How to Make Better Choices in Life and Work by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. And I want to start with a question. A very honest question. When was the last time you made a big decision, a job change, a course, a business move, and later thought, why did I do that? What was I thinking? Most of us have been there. And in the age of AI, this feeling is happening more and more, because now we are not just making normal career decisions. We are making decisions in the middle of a storm. AI is changing jobs. It is changing industries. It is changing what skills matter. Every week, there is a new tool, a new headline, a new warning. And so we ask ourselves, should I learn this? Should I leave this job? Should I start something new? We feel pressure to decide fast, but we are also afraid to decide wrong. This series is for that feeling. Segment 1. The Problem. Our broken natural decision-making process. Here's something the Heath brothers say at the beginning of Decisive that might surprise you. They say, our natural decision-making process is broken. Not because we are not smart, not because we are lazy, but because our brain has 4 big blind spots. They call them the 4 villains of decision-making. And these 4 villains get worse when we are under pressure, when we are scared, when we are excited, when we are overwhelmed, which is exactly how most of us feel right now in the age of AI. The first villain is narrow framing. We only see 2 options when there are really many more. The second is confirmation bias. We look for information that proves what we already believe. The third is short-term emotion. We let today's fear or excitement control a decision that affects our next 10 years. And the fourth is overconfidence. We are too sure we know what will happen next. Recognize any of these? I do. I think most professionals do. And I think AI makes each one of these worse, because there is more noise, more fear, and more pressure than ever before. Segment 2. The Takeaways. The WRAP Framework. So what do the Heath brothers suggest? They offer a 4-step framework called WRAP. W-R-A-P, WRAP. W, widen your options. R, reality test your assumptions. A, attain distance before deciding. P, prepare to be wrong. Each step fights one of the 4 villains. Let me walk you through each one, because understanding WRAP at the beginning of this series will make every other episode much more powerful. First step, W, widen your options. This step fights narrow framing, the trap of only seeing 2 choices. Most of us, when we face a hard decision, frame it as this or that. Stay or leave, learn AI or don't, accept the offer or decline. But that binary frame hides a world of other possibilities. Widening your options means deliberately asking, what else could I do? What am I not seeing? It means exploring more than one path at the same time, not waiting for option A to fail before you look at option B. Think of it this way. The professionals who navigate change best are not the ones who find the perfect answer quickly. They are the ones who see more of the board. In episode 2, we go deep into this step, because in the age of AI, the ability to see more options is one of the most valuable skills you can build. Step 2. R. Reality test your assumptions. This step fights confirmation bias, the tendency to believe what we already want to believe. Every decision we make is built on assumptions. This company has a good culture. This skill will be valuable in 2 years. I can handle this new role. We rarely check those assumptions. We just act on them. Reality testing means deliberately challenging your own thinking. It means asking, what would prove me wrong here? It means running small, low-risk experiments before making big, hard-to-reverse commitments. The Heath brothers call this ooching, testing reality in small steps instead of betting everything on a prediction. We explore this in episode 3. And in the age of AI, where there is more confident, wrong information than ever before, this step might be the most important one. Step 3. A. Attain distance before deciding. This step fights short-term emotion. When we are scared, excited, angry, or overwhelmed, our feelings make decisions for us. We quit in panic. We buy in excitement. We freeze in fear. And we look back later and ask, what was I thinking? Attaining distance means creating space, physical, emotional, and time, between the feeling and the choice. It means asking, how will I feel about this in 10 months, in 10 years? It means stepping back far enough to hear your own real judgment, not just today's anxiety. In episode 4, we look at this step closely, because AI news is specifically designed to trigger emotion. Every headline wants a reaction. Every notification wants an immediate response. Distance is your protection. Step 4. P. Prepare to be wrong. This step fights overconfidence. We think we know how the future will go. We believe in our plan. We trust our forecast. But studies show, consistently across industries and cultures, that humans overestimate how right they are. Preparing to be wrong does not mean being negative. It means being honest. It means asking, if this fails, what most likely went wrong? And can I reduce that risk right now? It means setting clear signals in advance, what the Heath brothers call tripwires, that tell you when to pause, pivot, or stop before it is too late. Episode 5 is dedicated to this step, because in a world where AI is changing the rules every few months, the ability to design reversible bets with smart safety nets is what separates professionals who adapt from those who get stuck. Bringing it together. RAP is not a checklist you follow once and forget. It is a way of thinking that you practice until it becomes instinct. And here's what I love most about it. It does not ask you to be smarter. It does not ask you to predict the future. It asks you to slow down just enough to see more clearly, and then move with real confidence. In an age where AI creates constant noise, pressure, and change, RAP is not just a decision framework. It is a form of professional self-defense. Over the next 5 episodes, we build each step, one at a time, starting with the first villain, narrow framing, in episode 2. In that episode, we will ask, I feel trapped between 2 bad options at work. What am I not seeing? And we will look at how to widen your options using the W in RAP. In episode 3, with so much AI noise and advice, how do I know what to trust? And we will learn how to reality test. In episode 4, how do I stop making anxious, impulsive decisions? And we will discover the power of distance. In episode 5, How can I take risks without being reckless? And we will talk about preparing to be wrong. And in episode 6, our bonus episode for subscribers, we will put it all together and build your personal decision system for the age of AI. Segment 3, the action you can do this week. So before episode 2, I want you to do one simple thing. Think of one big decision you are facing right now. It could be about your job, your career direction, a new skill, a business idea, something real, something that keeps you up at night. Write it down, and write down how you have been thinking about it. Is it a yes or no question? Is it a stay or leave question? We are going to use that decision across the whole series. Each episode will give you one new tool to look at it differently. By episode 6, you will see that decision in a completely new way. Thank you for listening to Book Takeaways for Professional Growth Podcast. This is the initial episode of the series on Decisive Book by Chip and Dan Heath. If this episode was useful, please share it with a colleague or a friend. And make sure you subscribe, because episode 2 is coming very soon, and it starts with a question that many professionals are afraid to ask. See you next time. Keep growing.